Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, I wanted to get on here and really just because I feel like I get asked some questions pretty often, and it's a lot of the common stuff. Ooh, proprietary reasons. I don't know if I can play music in the background, but so I won't. But quite honestly, man, what happens a lot for me is I get asked a lot about really just random real estate stuff. And what's happening is really the brand, the business itself is starting to kind of generate a referral style business, and I'll be honest with you, I'm getting a little spoiled by it, and I'm working on getting back to the basics of it, right? And I don't know. I used to cold call. I hated it, honestly. I didn't give it enough time, really. So I didn't give it enough time, really, and I'm sure there are a million other things I could do to be a lot more productive as far as business and generating business and all this other stuff, right? I feel like I am on a slow roll. I feel like it is picking up over the course of, if you look at, 6 months ago, definitely doing a lot more consistent deals. If you look at the course over year over year over year, it's definitely I've definitely either tripled or doubled my business, right? So I am probably the most disorganized person in a sense of my business and numbers and knowing where I stand, in volume, sales volume, and then kind of what I did last year and kind of what I did the year before and all that. I don't really pay too much attention to that. I probably should. What I mainly focus on is really just one, putting myself out there. I also tried to, and I've kind of narrowed this down as to who my audience is. And then also to really just provide knowledge for people. You will probably never see me do a house tour. You will probably never see me do the trendy real estate influencer style of I guess marketing. It's just not. It's just not what I do. I not to hate on anybody, not to crush anybody's game plan or whatever, but I just take a different approach to it. Honestly, my approach is very educational. And the reason why I am taking this approach is because I feel that providing a service and educating people in an industry that is foreign language to a lot of my audience, that is a lot more beneficial than showing someone a $1 million house. My audience is not $1 million customers, to be honest with you, or clients or whatever, right? My market. So to be honest with you, I did a you can do this is what I did a poll a while back on my Instagram, and I probably need to do it again, but I need to look at this is what I did a poll. I use Instagram heavily. I don't really do too much TikTok. I'm trying to pick up the YouTube stuff a little bit more, but I use Instagram a lot. And what I ended up doing is I got on Instagram, and you can create a poll, right? Or this is what I created a poll. I got on the HAR app, which is our local MLS service here in the Houston area. And what I ended up doing is I took a screenshot of the like low price point and then the max price point. And because of my audience, I kind of kept it at like 250. I did a poll and I was like, where do you stand, or what's your budget, and or what's your price point? And I did, 0 to 250, 251 to 350, 351 to 450. And then I did like, 451 plus. And I threw in there a little joke like from like 500 to, okay baller, like okay baller. And that kind of let me know, one, who is really in the market to buy, and then who actually knows their price point, right? Something else I could have done, I just thought about, was I could have put in there, I don't know. Or a poll that I should do, and I'm going to write this down so that I don't forget these ideas as I speak and put this stuff out here, is I'm going to work on this. I can turn this around. I can actually write. Actually, no, I hate writing on the back of tablets, and I go through a bunch of them for no reason. But I like the clean page, right? I've got all these that I haven't used on the back. But these are just ideas from this video, right? So I'm just going to put IDEAS, ideas. So another one I can do, which I got to do these. This worked at one point, and I just kind of fell off. I got a little comfortable, right? So I need to do a poll as to where people are at. And I can say, you know, I can do housing, what's like, you know, where do you stand? I don't know, like where do you stand? Where do you stand housing related? Where do you stand real estate related? Where are you stuck? What are you doing as far as real estate goes, right? You know, real estate path. You know, and I can put something along the lines of first time home buyer. First time home buyer, right? I can do staying put / low rate, right? I can do I don't know what to do, right? I could do something along the lines of, you know, need more space. So you can get creative with all this, right? Start thinking of little things like that. And kind of what it does is one of two things. It creates engagement, right? Engagement. And then the other thing is too, it lets you know kind of where your audience is at, right? It lets them know pretty much, I guess we could say, kind of like, let's just say your GPS coordinates. I don't even know how to spell coordinates. Coordinates. In real estate. So it kind of lets us know where people stand. There's a lot of people that hate their house. There's a lot of people that are first-time home buyers. There are a lot of people that are looking to sell their first home and they don't know how that process works. So creating this poll and engaging in these things has helped me. And this is what I've done. This is what has worked before, which I need to pick back on it. And I'm glad that I decided to make this video because I do stray away from some of these things. Now, this will kind of give me a little guideline as to where certain of my followers that do engage are at. But then also from here, what do I do with this information, right? Well, what I do with this is now I know that, okay, of this poll that I made, 10 people are first-time home buyers. 6 are staying put because of low rates. 7 don't know what to do, and 4 just need more space and they're just kind of stuck because of rates or whatever, right? Or you can even just put rates, locked into rate, boom, done. That'll eliminate 2 of those little options. And you can go back and add them to your CRM or whatever the case may be. Add them, write a note down or whatever, and just remember who replied back to this. And oh shit, who's waiting for rates to drop? Bam, and you go back in there and you can see where so-and-so was at, right? Make a spreadsheet, Excel sheet or something, whatever, right? Take note of that. But what this does, aside from kind of gauging what your audience is, again, this is all Instagram related. This is where I put most of my stuff. And by all means, I am not top producer. I am not someone that's cashing in a deal a week. I'm not doing that. I am someone that has continued to produce more business year over year, month over month. Month over month is a stretch. I'm on my, okay, so backtrack. I'm on my first year of full-time real estate. I'm getting ready to hit my first year of full-time real estate as a full-time real estate agent. Prior to that, I was part-time for 2 years. And I am just now starting to see a referral system start to happen. And I will go a little bit more into that as we move into kind of how I did this. But this is kind of what I would suggest that I've done in the past that has given me a little guideline as to who my audience is. And the reason why it's important to figure out who your audience is because you want to market to people that fit within your realm of, you don't want to waste time and energy marketing something showing $800,000 houses when your audience is not that. And I'm not saying don't get in there and spice it up and maybe throw one in, every now and then, just to let people know that, hey, you are in that magnitude. And you never know who has a friend or knows somebody or works for somebody that, is looking for a house. And so put all that stuff out there, but mainly be a little bit more efficient as to, again, who your audience is, where they stand, what their budget is, where they're at in their real estate journey. And then now that you have that information, you now know how to, or what your audience needs, right? You now know what it is that they, whether it's education, it all comes down to education. I'll leave it at that. Literally, people just want to be educated in anything and everything that they do in real estate. And for me, my job is to educate people and show people that, one, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Two, I'm confident in this. And three, that I kind of get excited, a little, aroused when it comes to real estate. So, and the reason I say these things is because this is all my own personal experience. I have somebody now that I recently put a lease up for them. I'm listing the property to get it leased out for them. It's one of their properties. They've got like 3 or 4 houses, right? So she reached out to me and said, hey, need to lease this property out. I see that you're passionate and I see what you're doing, and I want you to work with us and help us, get this thing on the market. And kind of, what do you think? How should we play this? What should we do? Yada, 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 right? So with that being said, she also said a couple things, and this is where I know and kind of validates what I'm doing, and it also helps really just reassure me that what it is that I'm doing is working and it's not going unnoticed, right? Because a lot of times I put stuff out there and I focus so much on the views and the likes and the shares that I forget that, people see this stuff, and whether they like it or they engage or whatever, it doesn't really matter because people see this, and you just want to stay consistent and be the one that when they think of real estate, they think of you. And so she just pretty much told me, not word for word, but this is kind of what it was. And she was like, hey man, I'll tell you something too. Like, just because I don't like or share or comment on any of your things, don't think that it goes unnoticed. I don't really comment or do much on social media, but I definitely see a lot of what you're doing, and don't stop doing what you're doing. And like, man, when I tell you that, like when she told me that, I had such a sense of joy and just like, I got emotional a little bit, right? And I was just like, damn, like, because I have my moments where like I'm like putting in the work, and I'm just like consistently putting in the work, and I don't get a result, and it's just like, damn it, like, what am I doing wrong? And sometimes you're not doing anything wrong. I try to restructure myself and this is like, I try to use the gym analogy because that works for me, because that's one of my hobbies, but I'm putting the reps in. And although you're not going to see the 6-pack today, but in 6 months or 2 months or whatever, you're going to see the V, you'll see the abs, or, you may not have the definition in your muscles today, your biceps, but you keep hitting those curls and you keep doing those reps and you keep showing up. I know that works. So that is something that you can implement here, and you can use it to really your Astros won. So you can use that to your advantage, or just to rewire your mind, and just remember that just because you don't get the response you want right now doesn't mean that people aren't thinking of you. Because again, if I had not been putting in those reps and really putting myself out there and getting over this like mental blocker that I had, and just put content out there, and that person probably would have never called me. So social media works a lot, and I have a lot of people that DM me just about random stuff about real estate, or share random real estate memes, or tag me in random real estate stuff, Or so I know that people associate me with real estate. And the reason why I like social media or Instagram, I mean, just like I'm active on this thing all the time. Like, this is probably, some of this is from yesterday. Some of these are from yesterday, but let me see here. Yeah, at like midnight, some stuff. People are DMing me, sending me random stuff. Some of it is just dark humor stuff I enjoy. Some of it is just joking and playing around with people and being social. Like, if you know me, you know I'm pretty social in person. If you don't know me, I am a very easy person to talk to, and I can make friends with just about anybody as long as they're a half-assed decent human being. Now, if they're being rude or ugly or just kind of cocky and stuck up, I don't like that. I don't like those people. It's just not my cup of tea, right? So with that being said, I play around a lot, and I send memes to a lot of friends, and I, joke about car stuff, and that's another thing. My hobbies. I share stuff, and I have a lot of people that I met through hobbies on my social media, and those are a lot of people that I have built a relationship with, just staying relevant and commenting on their things and, liking their stuff, commenting on their stories, sharing their stuff, happy birthdays, hey, congratulations on this, hey, looks good, this and that. Like, I am sincere about it, and, I do mean what I say, but I also use this as a thing to stay in people's lives. And, oh, Fernando, or I'll post something funny, or I'll post something serious. I honestly probably shared too much information on my Instagram account. But again, that works for me. And why I do that, and this is my mentality, is people want to know who they're dealing with. People, it's a lot easier to have a business conversation, to have a, real estate, conversation when you know something about the person. If you cold call somebody, it's kind of annoying, right? If you go try to door to door, you're gonna probably get a door slammed in your face or not answered or get a gun drawn on you or something here in Texas or whatever, right? But when you know somebody or you have a genuine connection with somebody over a hobby, I use the car scene, or I did when I had my vehicles. I had some old school cars that I would go to car meets. And I had a logo that I'm not wearing, but actually this is one of the shirts for the car wash that I would go hang out with, and I would be part of that scene. So through that, I've actually had another car buddy send me a lot of referrals, and I got to treat that guy out to dinner or a couple drinks because he sent me 2 deals, right? And I'm working on one right now, and I've already closed another one. So like, again, I use this phone to do social media stuff. I don't pay for marketing. And again, I am not top producer, but when I compare my advancement from year over year, it's growing. And people are seeing, people are remembering me, people are watching what I'm doing. And not only that, but it's engagement, it's more helping the algorithm, it's helping all that. But what I like about this is that I can post a video online about some educational stuff, real estate related, and what I can do is it can be 600-700 people that see it. It can be 1,000 people that see it. Now, how long would it personally take me to have 200 conversations in one day? That's pretty hard. So although some people may skim through it, but one, again, it just lets people know what I'm talking about. It lets people know that I know what I'm talking about. It lets people know that I'm passionate about what it is that I'm doing. And hopefully, because I'm educating my audience, because again, I know a lot of what my audience are first-time home buyers because of the polls that I made. I know how to tailor and now start to kind of engage a little bit more with my audience. And again, you guys can check out my social media. My Instagram is at Fernando, Fernando _ Chavira, Chavira, 2 underscores. And I try to keep things very genuine as to who I am. I don't mind oversharing some stuff. I don't mind putting myself out there. and it's not only helps me build the confidence to do that, but the way I look at it is this. I was really hesitant in doing these things and still struggle with putting myself out there, but I don't care. I just simply don't care anymore. I know friends that make about $5,000 or so making Instagram reels. I know people that have bought or have gotten financed certain cars and things like that because of social media. So if this is something that could be used as a tool that we were born into in this era, and this is what we have available to us, why not use it? There are older agents and older business companies and structures that are struggling right now to draw in new prospects, new leads, new business because they are stuck in the old ways. The way I look at it is Hollywood Video, Blockbuster to Netflix. They did not want to adapt to what the new trendy stuff was, Netflix or Redbox, right? Redbox. They didn't want to follow that suit. And what ended up happening, they went out of business. You see it all the time. Small businesses don't adapt. They need the young fire in there that's happening, following the trends. So with that being said, I know older agents that are struggling to bring in new business because they are not on social media. And I know new agents that are struggling to bring business in, and the cold calling and all that does work because I know people that are doing that, but that's not me. That's not how I want to do business. And is it going to take a little bit slower to build this business? Yes. But again, if I compare myself to the top producer, I'm not doing shit. If I compare myself to what I've done year over year, I'm killing it. I am killing it. I am doing amazing. And not only that, but I'm getting response from people letting me know that what I'm doing is also, amazing. And it's working because they're engaging. They send me leads. They ask me questions. Or, I'm not wearing any of it and I don't have it on here, but I have a logo that I made for the car that I was doing. And, I have that on the back of my truck. And there's times where people honk at me or, and then they'll send me a message, oh, I saw you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know who it is. I mean, I'm like, hey, what's up or whatever, And it's funny story on that. I was hauling ass one day to get back home for, I don't know, I think I had a Zoom call or something, right? And I was driving pretty aggressive and it was rush hour and I ended up cutting somebody off. Well, I get a picture of my truck and they take a picture and they send me the logo and they say, hey, asshole, use your blinker. So one of two things. I need to be a little bit more mindful because my logo is on the back of the truck. But two, it's working. It is working because that person recognized my truck with my logo on it. So I know people are watching. So if you want somebody to take you serious, you need to be confident in what you're doing. And that's one of the things that I'm good at, but I'm not fully, committed or fully devoted to this craft. I still doubt myself a little bit. I still am nervous or I still kind of think about other people's opinions about me and what I'm doing, but I'm learning a lot more to just simply not care because this is something that I am very passionate about. This is something that I really see longevity business-wise. This is something that I know that my skills and my abilities and the way that I conduct business, the industry needs because not everybody has the best interests of people in this industry, and I want to be the one person or few people that actually takes into consideration and listens to what people's problems are, and I want to help them solve them. And if I can solve their problems, then I can get compensated for it. But here's another thing too. If I can solve their problems and do a very, very good job, they will be the marketing for me, and then I don't have to pay for marketing. So again, this is just a little ramble about what it is that I use Instagram. I'm going to leave this one here because I don't want it to go too much, but I'm going to focus a little bit more, probably do something else, and to some of the lead gen that I do as far as, again, with this, getting involved with this stuff. Instagram is one, and really just having conversations with people. I'll leave it at this. Hopefully this helps you. Currently, right now, I have one lease on the market. Last month, I closed 2 deals. That was 2 deals that I closed. I currently have one house that is getting ready to come soon. They're working on getting that property listed. That has been my biggest deal year to date. That one is a $840,000 listing. That one has been something that, again, this is a relationship that I built at a previous job just because I either talk to people on social media or I just have that gift and ability to just shoot the shit with anybody and everybody. Again, a lot of times it's because I'm just me. You're just gonna get what you're gonna get, and you know, I try to keep it somewhat professional, so that people, you know, can trust me in what I do. But I try to be really genuine and honest with people, and I want to be comfortable with people. You know, I want to be able to people to come over and, you know, if you ask me anything, be an open book when it comes to these things. And this is why I share some of my failures and all these other stuff. But I'll leave it at that. I'm definitely moving up in my career, and I feel comfortable enough about what I'm doing that I can turn around and I can help someone that is having a tough time getting their business picking up or get the ball rolling, right? So I'm going to work on trying to put this information out there, and hopefully it helps someone take their business to the next level. So with that being said, if this helps you, help me you know, validate what I'm doing and reassure me that this stuff is working so I can continue to keep doing this. Drop a like, drop a comment. What would you like to see? Check out my Instagram. See what it is that you get from there. Again, I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. I don't want to work with everybody. You know, not all money is good money. You know, you don't want headache money, and I'm, you know, not really in a position where I can be really selective on who I want to work, but I'm really mindful on who I want to work. And I don't want to work with everybody because I don't need every deal. I just need 1 or 2 here and there. And I want to build more of a solid, genuine relationship with, you know, people online and some of my friends and family that they'll be the ones that go to bat for me. I had somebody send me a referral the other day that I met at the car scene, and never really associated with the individual other than just at the car shows. And I know a guy. He told the guy that the referral that called me, he said, "Hey man," he says he knows you from yada yada yada. Yeah, cool. People see that. So this is why I'm heavy on Instagram. So again, you guys check that stuff out. I'm going to continue putting this stuff out, and I hope that this helps someone. And a lot of it comes down to confidence. Be okay with not having it all figured out. Be okay with you know, getting laughed at, messing up, it's just business. It's just fun. Just have fun with it. Don't overcomplicate it. So as always, much love. I hope you guys have a good afternoon. I got some nose hairs to go trim, but I hope this helps. I really genuinely do hope this helps. And if you guys have any problems with anything or need a little advice as to kind of how to take your business to the next level, I'm probably not the one to ask that question to, but feel free to ask. I can reach out to some of my friends that are doing, you know, a lot better than I am, or they have a lot more clientele and a lot more business, a lot more volume, and a lot more skin in the game. So yeah, other than that, I hope somebody can find something useful on this. But peace.